13, live at the Carolina Country Music Fest, sponsored by CPI Security Systems and Myrtle Beach Chrysler Jeep.
Good evening, everyone. For the third year in a row, we are live from the Ripley's rooftop overlooking the Carolina Country Music Fest. I'm Erica Edwards.
And what a view. I am Nicole Boone. We are excited to be with you this evening. We have a jam-up lineup for you on this show talking about the festival. Granger Smith is on the stage right now, right behind me, rocking to this crowd, and it just gets bigger and bigger as we sit here. Sumter native Lee Brice, he will take the stage around 8:30 tonight. Brice is also celebrating a birthday, so is Erica Edwards.
Hey.
Maybe you can get hooked up since y'all are both celebrating your birthday. And you know what? Tonight, Kenny Chesney takes the stage. He's somewhere on the grounds. If you're watching, come on up for this show. Can't wait to see that.
Big deal, absolutely. Well, the 4-day festival takes place along Ocean Boulevard on the old Pavilion site, located between 8th and 9th Avenues North. And if you haven't been down here yet and you're planning on coming later tonight or tomorrow, the main entrance is now at 9th Avenue North and Kings Highway. Ocean Boulevard is closed at 8th and 9th Avenue North. 8th Avenue North completely closed to the public.
And of course, Montgomery Gentry, Brett Young, Trent Tomlinson, and several others kicked off the festival Thursday night. Thousands of fans again packed the area to sing and dance. And Erica?
Yeah, 29,000 people attended yesterday's shows. The music started in the early afternoon, continued until late in the evening, of course. Some of the acts included Parmalee, Kip Moore, Billy Currington, and South Carolina's own Darius Rucker. He sang some songs from his Hootie and the Blowfish days and some of his newer stuff, including If I Told You, Homegrown Honey, and the crowd favorite, of course, Wagon Wheel. Good times.
Oh yeah, Erica, that concert last night with Darius Rucker, outstanding. I loved it so much. With me now is Mayor John Rhodes of Myrtle Beach, the CEO of the Chamber of Commerce here in Myrtle Beach. I'll tell you guys, thank you for joining us the third year in a row for this festival. It just gets better and better. Mayor, I'll start with you. Your thoughts on all of this?
Well, it's a great event for our city. It comes at a great time. Basically, what I see now is this event kicks off the summer. It really puts the exclamation point to what we want to see. They brought a good crowd here, and 29,000 people last night. We're looking forward to go over 30,000 today with Kenny Chesney, who happens to love Myrtle Beach.
I know, tell me the story about the video.
Well, he did a video here, I think it was 14 years ago, for one of his albums, and he spent about a week in town, and he really has fallen in love with our city, which is great, and we are excited to have him back tonight.
What's not to fall in love with? I'm going to talk to you now, Brad. Of course, this gives our area tremendous exposure nationwide.
Well, it really does. Of course, the economic impact this weekend is huge, but the real gift that keeps on giving is the publicity, both the regional and national publicity that elevates the Myrtle Beach brand and really helps put Myrtle Beach on the map as far as A-list talent and major events.
And we're able to handle this kind of event, and that speaks well for the area. What is the number, the dollar sign you would give to the amount of publicity this is?
Well, the last couple of years we've been seeing upwards of $20 million, but with the crowds this weekend, we think the economic impact will probably be closer to $30 million. What a powerful way to start the summer season, but it wouldn't happen if it weren't for the community embracing this and collaboratively welcoming it. And you can't say enough about our police department. After having to go through Memorial Day weekend, here they are a couple weeks later hosting this major event and doing it with a smile on their face.
They're doing a great job, so that's going to lead me to a final question with you, Mayor. You got to be proud of your city.
Well, I am very proud of this. As Brad said, our police department working not only Memorial Day weekend, but the Salt Games last weekend, which was very successful, and then this. I mean, they're putting a lot of overtime in. They have not had the time off. So our guys are dedicated to Myrtle Beach and making sure that our people stay safe for events like this, and that is the main objective. Keep everybody safe that's come to visit and keep our city safe and our residents safe.
I like it, and I just want to say the mayor has a great hat. Brad, where is yours?
I obviously did not come well prepared. I need to dress more like the mayor for events like this.
You didn't get the memo. We'll get the memo next year. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us, taking the time. It meant a lot for the people in this community all across the Eastern Carolinas to hear what we're doing here.
Thank Nikki.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to send it over to you, Erica.
I didn't get the memo either. It's okay. I don't have a hat on. Well, Carolina Country Music Fest wraps up 4 long weekends in a row for police and public work staff in Myrtle Beach, starting with the spring bike rally. City staff also works overtime during Memorial Day weekend and the Sun Fun Festival. City officials say CCMF puts a strain on city staff and law enforcement as Myrtle Beach police work round the clock to make sure the event goes safely and smoothly. The city spends about $150,000 on the event, including overtime. And city spokesman Mark Rua says changing when it's held could reduce stress and the workload on city staff.
I mean, it's a 4-day event that runs well into the late evening hours. So I think there's a tremendous amount of city staff effort that goes into this. And with all the other special events that we have, that's certainly a factor for the city to consider. You know, how hard are we working our staff? At what point does it all become too much?
CCMF organizers declined to go on camera, but they did say they're planning on holding next year's event on June 7th through the 10th, and they're going to continue their discussions with the city following this year's festival.
Please welcome to the stage Ron Hope.
And big honors last night for a special group of veterans. Several members of the group, Disabled American Veterans, were honored on the stage. They came from all over the country and received the DAV Victories for Veterans Award. One veteran we spoke to said the trip is more than just a time to listen to country music.
What more for me was this is a way to give back to my husband for all the years that he supported me through my illnesses and all the problems and complications. And I get to share that with my best friend and the love of my life, my high school sweetheart.
Now the group also has meet and greets to set up with some of the headliners this weekend. They hope their presence at CCMF will educate other veterans on their services. We'll have a lot more information on the group at WBTW.com.
He is a DJ, remixer, and a producer, and if you've been to the Carolina Country Music Fest in the past, you are probably a little familiar with him and his work in between the acts. His name, DJ Silver, and he joins us now live. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for this, Myrtle Beach. Good.
Let's talk about, you've been here every year,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
So how does this year compare to past years?
When it first started, Bob called me, says, I got this idea for Carolina Country Music Fest. I was like, dude, I'm in, let's go, And just to see it from 10,000 to, 30 and 40,000 people every night, it just shows there's a void for it and people want it, and glad to be here. It's one of my favorite places in the country.
So your first reaction was like, dude, I'm in?
I'm absolutely in. I used to work for Bob Durkin when I made $100 a night. I think he still thinks I do make that much money, but yeah, so.
So you've been all over the country, all over the world, right?
Yes, ma'am.
How does this venue compare and this festival?
I mean, you can't beat being on the beach, sunshine, tan, and cold beer, and just feeling the sea breeze blowing in while you're playing. It's just nothing better.
Let's talk about the atmosphere, the energy. What do you think? How does it compare to other places?
It's one of my top 2 or 3 favorites in the world, and there's nothing like 40,000, 30,000 country music fans coming in and just all in one spirit, just coming to have a good time, drink some beer, and listen to their favorite music, and see their favorite country singers.
And so I have to ask, what got you into, what made you want to be a DJ?
I started in college to pick up chicks.
Hey, all right. Did it work?
Yeah, I should have gave you the other version of that, but we're friends, I didn't want to lie, but no. And then it just kind of turned into a job. I got a degree in education, and this is how the Lord wanted it, I guess.
And now this is how you get to spend your days.
Yes, ma'am.
DJ Silver, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, so still to come, James from Gator 107.9 is going to join us, and we're going to talk about all things Carolina Country Music Fest.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear from James. And of course, we also have a Florence native that's making a name for herself in Nashville. But first, here's what some fans had to say about this year's festival.
It is my first time here, and it is awesome. My favorite artist is Darius Rucker. We are looking forward to Jason Aldean.
My buddy Drew made this. I look good. Dude.
All right, we're going to take a live look now at the concert grounds. Everyone is getting excited about Kenny Chesney. I am too. Stay with us. We'll be right back.